We're going to do a more challenging problem. Sometimes you get one like this on an exam. This is an excellent way to master the principles of your physics, to stretch yourself and look at a tough problem. So let's do it. What is the musical interval span from the 5th harmonic to the 15th harmonic? Well, what is the question? Step 1, the inquiry stage, or inquire. The question is the interval from H5 to H15, and what's given is H5, H15. Not much is given here. Well, the principle involving harmonics is to remember the rule that the nth harmonic frequency, f sub n, is equal to n times the first frequency. So if n is 1, then f1 is 1 times f is just f. If n is 2, the second harmonic, f sub 2 is 2 times f. So I apply this by making the fundamental 1 hertz, since these are relative frequencies, H5 to H15 will be the same no matter what the fundamental is, because no matter what the fundamental is, the second harmonic is always going to be double that, the third harmonic triple that, and so on. So I will pick 1 hertz, a nice number, easy number for the fundamental, and then the 5th harmonic is 5 hertz, and the 15th harmonic 15 hertz. Then when I do the ratio, which is the way we compare 2 points when we're doing an interval, we put the final destination in the numerator, the 15, and we divide by the starting point, the 5. And the ratio is 3, or we can write that as 3 to 1. Now, I don't have 3 to 1 memorized as such because I remember 1 to 1 is unison, that's do to do. Do to re is 9 to 8, that's my second. Do to mi is my third, the interval of a third, which is 5 to 4. If I go from do to fa, that's the fourth, that's 4 to 3. Do to sol is the fifth, 3 to 2. And do to la is 5 to 3. And do to t is 15 to 8. And do to do is 2 to 1. And that's our just diatonic scale. Perfect tuning, perfect ratios. So I don't have 3 to 1 in there. But I remember that if I go from H1 to H3, which we did do in class, that is a 3 to 1 ratio, because the first harmonic is 1 hertz, the third one is 3 hertz. And this simple set of harmonics where I picked the first one to be 1 hertz. So that one we did in class by stepping first to H2, and that's a doubling. 2 to 1's a doubling. That's octave. That's in my memorized bag of tricks. And then here, to go from 2 to 3, that's 3 to 2, that's also memorized. That's my fifth. And so my answer is octave plus a fifth. Let's reflect on this. And the reflection stage, we ask, does our answer make sense, or can I do it another way? I'm going to do it another way because I don't have a feel for if that's the correct answer like I might in some other cases. There's no units here to help me out. It's a ratio, so I'm going to step another way. Instead of going H5 to H15 in one swoop and get that 3 to 1, I'm going to go from H5 to H10, double first, and that's an octave, and then H10 to H15, that's a 15 to 10 ratio. Always put your final destination first, 15, and we're going to put the initial one second. And you can think of this as dividing the 10 into the 15, reducing the fraction here, which is greater than 1. It's really a ratio. It's 3 to 2. In other words, this reduces. 15 divided by 10 reduces to 3 to 2, and that's a fifth. So my answer is the two-step process, octave plus a fifth. I can answer the question out C, but I'm going to give you another way of doing it, which is very clever because when you have multiple choice, you can do this trick. You think about the answers and what you can eliminate. So if I go from 5 to 15, that's a 3 to 1 ratio. 15 divided by 5 is 3. Now I know that if I have a 3 to 1 ratio, I'm more than an octave because an octave is 2 to 1, and now I'm 3 to 1. I have to be outside the octave, greater than it, but not quite 2 octaves, because 2 octaves would be doubling twice. 1 octave is a double, 2 to 1, and if I double the 2, I get to 4. See, that's 2 octaves is 4 to 1. So I have to be between 1 octave and 2 octaves. There's only one choice, C. A fourth is not quite getting to 1 octave. That's do, re, mi, fa. That's going from do to fa. If I go 1 octave, all right, do to do, but I have to be greater than an octave, but less than 2 octaves. Answer has to be C. So by thinking that way, you can just look at it and kind of go right to the answer. Sometimes that's very, very helpful, and that's an advantage you have when you have a multiple choice test.